In economics, the concept of supply refers to the total amount of a product or service that producers are willing to sell at a given price. This can be influenced by a variety of factors, leading to what we call a shift in supply. A shift in supply can either indicate an increase or a decrease in the supply of a good or service. When we talk about an increase in supply, we are referring to a situation where producers are willing to sell more of a product at every price level. This could happen for several reasons. For instance, if the cost of production decreases due to advancements in technology, producers can manufacture more at a lower cost, which can lead to an increase in supply. Similarly, if there is an improvement in the availability of raw materials, this too can incentivize producers to increase their output. When representation of this situation is shown on a graph, the supply curve shifts to the right, indicating that at each price level, a greater quantity is being offered for sale. On the flip side, a decrease in supply occurs when producers are willing to sell less of a product at every price. This can happen for various reasons, such as an increase in production costs, new regulations, or scarcity of resources. For instance, if there's a sudden hike in the price of raw materials, producers may find it less feasible to sustain their current levels of production. Additionally, unfavorable weather conditions can affect agricultural outputs, leading to a decrease in supply. When depicted graphically, this shift is represented by a leftward movement of the supply curve. It's important to understand that shifts in supply are different from movements along the supply curve. Movements along the supply curve occur in response to changes in the price of the good itself, whereas shifts in supply are related to other factors that affect the overall ability and willingness of producers to supply a product. Understanding these shifts is crucial, as they can impact market equilibrium and prices. When the supply of a good increases, it can lead to lower prices, making the product more accessible to consumers. Conversely, a decrease in supply usually results in higher prices, which can limit access for consumers. Overall, recognizing the factors that cause shifts in supply can help businesses and consumers make more informed decisions. It enables producers to adjust their strategies in response to changing market conditions and allows consumers to anticipate price changes. Economic policies and market dynamics often depend on these shifts, making them a fundamental concept in economic theory. In summary, shifts in supply can either result in an increase or decrease of products available in the market. Increased supply typically results from lower production costs or improved technology, while decreased supply can arise from higher costs or supply chain disruptions. By examining these shifts, we can better understand how they affect prices, market equilibrium, and ultimately the economy as a whole.